Dear friends, I greet you all. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live broadcast. Now, for those who are rewatching this live broadcast, just a moment, I will quickly try to send the link to our broadcast in Telegram, and then we will begin. What should you know before watching the live broadcast? Always set a goal. And before, not just before watching the live broadcast, but before your own trading session, always set a goal. That's what I do myself. My goal is to make 4 clear wins. And then end the trading session or just a moment or make $300 and also finish at that point. So that's my goal. Once the goal is reached, that's it. Finish immediately. Be sure to reach your goal and end the trading session. This is very important. I'm posting the link to the live broadcast in our Telegram channel right now. So let's go. Everything is clear. So tell me, do I have good sound quality on your end today? Is the audio coming through clearly with absolutely no delay at all? Let's get everything started right now. Here we go. Let's begin our session. I am just sitting here waiting for all of you to join the stream. So please just give us one more minute while everyone gets settled in and ready to go. That's right. And all of my dear friends have finally arrived. I have been waiting patiently here for all of you. Let's continue. We'll trade together. Hello, everyone. Greetings to all. Hello, Alexandra. Hello, Igor. We will be trading using our bot. It will request a currency pair and trade. Igor, hello. Hello, everyone. Stanislav Alexander Vaska. Kandipu, hello. Greetings to all of you, dear traders. Andrei, our teacher, hello. Yulia, hello. All right, everyone, let's begin. We are looking for a currency pair. Look, with this currency pair, we have a strong upward movement. You need to be careful with such currency pairs. It's better to avoid them. Also, please keep in mind that we have, let me turn off the sound, that we have a goal for this live stream. Either we make 4 wins and leave, or we earn $300 and leave. We must stick to this goal. I spotted a currency pair. What is the action algorithm? You saw the currency pair. That's it. Remember it. Euro, Australian dollar currency pair. We requested this currency pair from the broker. Requested, great. We wait for a response. Oh, sorry, we requested the currency pair from the bot. We wait for a response. The bot now displays this kind of chart, and in this chart, we can now see the forecast. The bot's forecast is that the chart will go up and then down. So there will be a slight upward movement, and then it will go down. But here, according to this indicator, there's a 55% chance it will go up. When one indicator shows down and the other shows up, I don't consider such a currency pair. The main thing is that both of my indicators are in sync, showing the same direction. That's why we don't consider it and look for something else. Be sure to follow this rule. Use it. I found the next currency pair, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Take advantage of the opportunity. Write if you have questions. I'm happy to help, happy to answer. The currency pair is Swiss franc, Japanese yen, and on Cheshire White, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Hello everyone, dear traders. Let's trade carefully. We have a goal. Nikolai Zakardenchik, hello Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Open it on your end and get the forecast from the bot. Here's a signal to go down, guys. I'm entering for 3 minutes down. Currency pair, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, Sersha in GPLY in Russian. 3 minutes down, Swiss francs, Japanese yen. Entered for 3 minutes down, went for a decrease. Let's do this now. I think everyone has entered. So let's look at the action plan. First of all, we requested the currency pair on the bot. Here it is for those who didn't make it in time. Take a look later at how long I've been trading in this field, over 7 years, over 6 years to round it down. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm happy to help, happy to answer. We have a downward trend. We can see the downward trend channel, and let's pay attention to what signal our bot is giving here for the future. The chart is moving downward. See? It's going down. Here is the red line. And the second indicator in percentage terms shows a 71% chance that the chart will go down. And 100, two indicators pointing downward, two indicators suggesting that we will see a downward movement. Let's switch it up. Let's go. What do we have here? We have a slight correction happening. Here it's the same. We see a downward trend and we enter downwards following the trend. We have a level here. The chart has hit this level 3 times, waiting for a breakout, expecting a downward move. Sometimes we have easy trading sessions, sometimes we have difficult trading sessions. A difficult trading session is when a lot of news comes out. And for example, we have a forecast for a downward move, but before the chart actually goes down, it makes a correction and only then moves lower. Sometimes this happens, for example, on the 5th minute. But in every live stream, or if I have a video that I publish in our Telegram channel, I try to explain and show how we get out of such situations, how we manage to come out ahead. So join the live streams, take advantage of my experience, please. How much was your very first money? In trading, I started out, spent about 2 months on it, and only after those 2 months did things start to work out like this. For about a month and a half or two, unfortunately, I was losing money. I didn't follow the rule of making small trades and having a large deposit. For example, I had a deposit of 8,000 rubles. I topped it up right away and lost it all because my trade amounts were 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, even 5,000. I topped up, lost it immediately, then topped up 3,000 and lost it right away again. Then someone gave me the advice that it's better to save up a bit first. Build up a decent deposit, make it large, and trade with the minimum amount. And then I started to feel like I was trading on a demo account, and any of you will get that same feeling. I was trading with 100 rubles carefully, and on a demo account, everything always goes great for everyone. It always goes great for everyone. It's the same thing. If you follow this approach, and we will be learning to trade this way, you'll get that same feeling. It's as if you're trading on a demo account. Look, I have minus 4 seconds left. I probably won't make it, and you likely won't either. So what do I do in these situations? So you predicted the movement, but it didn't go down. In this situation, I multiply the trade amount by 2.5. In other words, I take out insurance. So instead of $100, I use $250. And with this insurance, I look for another currency pair because this one is currently volatile. And you need to be very, very careful with it. Once you found another currency pair, like the British pound and Canadian dollar, you also request a forecast from the bot currency pair, British pound, Canadian dollar, time frame M1. Here's the currency pair. Use it. So if suddenly, God forbid, of course, it happens that we didn't manage to close in time and the time expired with the option, I switch to another currency pair and follow the same procedure. The very same one, we go to our bot in Telegram, and according to our Telegram bot, we see that the movement is downward. I open a downward trade following the Telegram bot's signal. Again, the forecast British pound, Canadian dollar down for 3 minutes, GBP CAD down for 3 minutes. We see a forecast for a downward movement and enter according to the forecast. Because we are changing the currency pair, even if there is volatility in one currency pair, we switch to another one to avoid it. The risk of getting a loss is lower because we change the currency pair each time. This way we avoid volatility. This is the approach we use. And look, I use insurance multiplied by 2.5. So if it's $10, then $25 is the insurance amount. If the insurance works out, let's see how much net profit it should bring. If the insurance works out, it covers the loss from the first $100 trade. And we can even make a profit on top of that. That's my trading system. I'm testing it live and it's showing good results. If you work without any insurance at all, which many people do, you can, but the market is very volatile. You have to stick to just one currency pair, sometimes wait 10 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, and it can be quite challenging. But you can also work without insurance, for example, just using $100 or $10 or even $1 per trade. That is using a single trade amount. That's how it is. There are 53 minutes left. Let's keep monitoring. Ivan, hello. Hello, everyone. Have a great week. I'm glad to welcome you all and welcome to the live stream. Let's keep monitoring. For those who are new here, let me show you what we've done so far. We looked at this currency pair together and requested it from the bot with a time frame of M1. The bot gave us a chart, and on the chart we can see two forecasts. The first forecast is a downward movement, a correction of the downward movement. The future movement of the chart is going down. This is a forecast for a decline. Then the second forecast, 57 out of 100, is also for a decline. Red color, two forecasts in unison, both pointing downward. Plus, I also try to double check myself. with the knowledge I have. According to graphical analysis, it's dropping sharply. Most likely will close with a loss here as well. Based on the graphical analysis that we have a descending trend triangle. Here it is. Do you see? A descending trend triangle. This pattern usually breaks out downward. But you see, the news that just came out unfortunately has this kind of impact on the market. There was a lot of news at 9 o'clock. Even though it was 42 minutes ago, it's still having an effect. According to my trading system, I multiply by 2.5. I use a second safety net. In general, I try to keep my trades clean so that I don't, for example, get closed out at a loss and so on. But unfortunately, there are moments like that when it happens that way. That is, for example, we predicted a downward movement. It will go down, but only after a correction. This is what characterizes a volatile market. There are 10 seconds left. It's unlikely we'll manage to catch a downward move in just 10 seconds. So I'll take a second safety net, but I'll switch the currency pair. Such shakeups happen too. And my goal is to show you that the market won't always be sweet and smooth for you. Please keep that in mind because everyone thinks that's it. Now I'm going to become a billionaire for sure. No, that's not how it works. The market, this happens too. Some days we take 4 wins. We take 4 clean wins. We traded really well, made money, and left on a high note. And sometimes there are tough days when even we can make mistakes in our analysis. It could be making adjustments, making corrections here in this case. The euro, Swiss franc, EOCACHF, the next currency pair. What do we have here? Here we have a signal to go long. I'm entering euro, Swiss franc, guys. EUR CHF, 3 minutes up. Euro, Swiss franc, 3 minutes for an upward move, 3 minutes up. So this isn't your trading system. It's been around for a long time. You meant to say that you work using this system. Which system are you talking about? Do you mean this one? Martingale? Martingale multiplies by 2. I multiply by 2.5. I've never heard of martingale being multiplied by 2.5. That's why I consider that multiplying by 2.5 is my own trading system. I don't agree with you on that. So Ivan, hello. The connection is very good today. Yes, Zakar, I changed the VPN. That's the kind of connection we have. Volume is against low. What strategy do you use with your team during sessions? The same strategy. So look, Euro Swiss franc, what did we do here together? We opened a forecast for an increase. What's our plan of action? Here is the currency pair. Euro Swiss franc, time frame M1. We have requested a currency pair from you. And here we look at 2 indicators. First of all, this icon on the bot, it always says that you should be careful because there is news coming out now. Due to news, the forecast may be slightly adjusted. For example, the future movement of the chart you see is upward, a signal to go up. And in percentage terms, 53% for an increase, also upward. 2 signals upward. But due to volatility, maybe because of this icon, the movement could go down first and only then up. The main thing is that we have enough expiration time. If you see such an icon and notice that the trading session is going to be really tough, you can simply take a break and not trade. I try even during difficult trading sessions. I trade during both easy and tough trading sessions, and when the market is heavy and complicated, we definitely also use graphical analysis. The channel of the uptrend was like this at first, then it became this kind of uptrend, and we entered here following the trend. So the movement upward breaks through the support level, then there's a correction, and we expect the trend to continue upward, movement going higher. Now I have about a minute left. Let's monitor how our forecast closes. Ideally, we need to finish this one in profit. I talked about the strategy, yes, about which one specifically. Andre, hello, I wrote to you in private messages about the Hilhar bot. All right, thank you. If you watch other streams, is this the only one that suits you? Artem, I've watched a lot of others, but as you can see, this one is good. I'm not even saying that you made a slight mistake. I'm not saying that I invented this system. I'm saying that I trade using my own system. So you see, you misunderstood a little. If I have a strategy, and that strategy is graphic analysis, my strategy is graphic analysis, I trade using graphic analysis. That's my strategy, but that doesn't mean I invented graphic analysis, right? But you think, and you hear it as if I invented this trading system. It's just my trading system. Yours. So if I ask you what is your trading system, you say my trading system is to trade. Just pixel trading without any hedging. You see, you misunderstood a little. I didn't invent it, and it's not my personally patented trading system. I believe that nothing in our world is truly patented or anything like that nowadays. Everything has already been invented by someone a long time ago and so on. Graphical analysis, indicators, bots, and so on. the EUR USD currency pair. Look, we've gotten ourselves into this kind of mess. I'm looking in a loss on the previous currency pair. I'll take out insurance now. This will be the third insurance. Euro dollar. That's how euro dollar is. I'm waiting for a response from the bot. I'm waiting for a response from the bot. Let's watch. Euro USD. I'm opening for a rise. 3 minutes up, guys. Euro USD 3 minutes up. Euro dollar 3 minutes up. 3 minutes for an increase. I'll show you now what I saw here in this case. Here it is at the minimum. We can see 1 minimum, 2 minimum. Third touch, a small pullback breakout like this. This is about the 3 touches. But I think I came up with this myself. I didn't see it from anyone else. It's just for the team. I've shared this observation. I've always noticed it. So if you have the first touch, minimum pullback, second touch, pullback, third touch, small pullback, fourth touch, breakout. When this happens, when the trend breaks upward, when the upward trend channel breaks, the chart usually moves to one strong horizontal level. Here is the horizontal level. I marked the second one. Here is the horizontal level. In any case, the chart drops below to the second level with a false breakout. I expect an upward movement here. If there aren't any major drastic news events that interfere or change things, there should be an increase. That's what I see from the chart analysis. I understand that there should be growth here. But initially, why did I think there would be growth here? At first, I looked here as well. You see, at the currency pair, the volatility. I looked at what the future holds here. The chart movement is upward. That's a signal for an increase. And the second signal is 60% for an increase as well. So we get 2 signals for an upward movement. If we also add horizontal volumes and a strong level is expected, the movement is anticipated to go upward. An upward movement is expected. That's why we entered upward. Let's watch. There are 30 minutes left, but that's a lot. We'll have to wait. So for now, I won't calculate or say anything. That's a lot of time, expiration, and thanks to everyone who leaves a like. Thank you for the advice, Zakar. Write your questions. I'm happy to give advice, happy to help, and so on. I made a lot of my own mistakes in trading, and it's better that you learn about my mistakes from me than step on the same rake yourself. So ask your questions. There are no stupid questions. Please keep that in mind. Ask any question. When I was just starting out, I had a billion questions. A billion. But unfortunately, I didn't have anyone to ask. But later, of course, I met traders, colleagues, seniors. They traded Forex, and I adapted their experience to binary options to my own field. The movement is going upward, but there are still 34 seconds left. We still need to monitor it for now. Let's watch this forecast. We wait. Everyone who came from Telegram, welcome to the live stream. I gave a 30-minute heads up about the stream in advance. Guys, the stream has just started. Come in, 16 seconds left until the forecast ends. The movement is upward. We're trading according to our bot. We saw the signal from the bot. There it is. The future movement of the chart was upward. You see the line is going up. And let's see what we have here now. I've got a plus here. I'm taking the profit. And look, I've got profit. Join in, add yourselves. I'm waiting. My profit is 1,343. From this profit, we'll now subtract the trades that didn't go through. And so it turns out we bounced back. Write down your result. So you all have pluses. I'm very glad. It was a tough series of trades, but that happens. You see, that's why you need a good deposit. Even if your deposit is 25,000 rubles, 30,000 rubles, you can start with $1, but gradually increase it. Look, our net profit is 1,343, but here's what my trading system 1343 is all about. We subtract $100, subtract $250, subtract $625. It turns out that on a tough day, a trader always earns the most. I made $368, roughly speaking, from these 4 trades. But I also spent some nerves, got a bit anxious, but that happens. It's normal. If you're already used to such a volatile market, if you trade like this, you know it's normal, a volatile market. Next currency pair. So did all of you get a profit on this trade? Right? Opened in the wrong direction. Ivan, it's very bad that you opened like that. Zakar, profit, excellent. Sergey, Alexandra, Igor, Rosan, profit, excellent. Good trading, Andre, $1,266 for today. Thank you for the stream. Vlad, excellent. It's great that you have such a good result. Odessia, chief. Zakar, let's take a look now. Sergey, profit, Odessia, chief. I requested it, but haven't actually requested it yet. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Let's take a look if we have Odessia Shech. Odessia Shech. Austrian dollar, Swiss franc. I would go up. Let's check with the bot. Thank you very much. For the forecast, the currency pair Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Here it is. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. We're waiting for the bot's response. Let's see what the bot tells me here. And let's keep watching. Now open the currency pair on your end. The bot is giving a forecast now. Signal to go up. Signal up. $100. I'm opening up, guys. 3 minutes up. Audi SHF. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. 3 minutes up. Open. Australian dollar. Connection issues. Are you having issues right now? Or is it everyone, guys? Please respond. Is the stream lagging for you? Everything's fine on my end, friends. I'm turning on a special phone so nothing goes wrong. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. And I'm double checking here as well. Seems like everything is going smoothly. No, everything is stable. And here Zakar writes that it's stable. Philcar, thank you for writing. So guys, we entered for an uptrade here. Why did we go for an uptrade? I'm going to switch to a higher time frame now, and I'll show you something. No, actually, I won't show you. Too much time has passed. But here, look, in the previous chart history, you see the chart touched this level. There's the first touch. In the previous chart history, we even had to switch to the M15 time frame. So there will be a breakout there. Let me explain why. Initially, we opened the currency pair with the bot and saw that there would be growth here. According to the future movement of the chart, we will see an upward trend. Excellent. The second indicator at 60% also shows growth. So we have 60% for an upward move in the future as well. The chart movement is also upward. Two indicators are pointing in the same direction. Not for a long-term rise, no, but for a couple of minutes. Here is the first currency pair. Here it is. The first indicator gives an upward signal, and the second indicator at 60% is also pointing upward. We see that both indicators are signaling an upward move, but if we switch over here, we have a horizontal level. Here it is. Here in the previous chart history, we already had a touch. This counts as the first maximum, the second maximum, the third maximum, and the fourth touch. I expect a breakout, but even if we don't count this one, in any case, we have 1, 2, 3. The fourth touch, I expect a breakout, just like that. So we double check ourselves with graphical analysis before entering to see if it's right or not. And we also look at the signals from the bot, up or down. Let's monitor it. I have 50 seconds left on this currency pair. Let's watch this moment. I'm expecting an upward movement, expecting it to go up. Let's watch and monitor in case there's a correction. For today, this is normal. It's okay. Unfortunately, this happens sometimes, but when it does, I show how I get out of these situations. I show my trading system, which allows me to cover my losses. But everything happens. I show both tough streams and tough trading sessions, as well as easy ones, and I multiply by 2.5. Instead of $100, I use $250. That's a strong correction, and now I'll look for another currency pair. Here, I record a loss. The breakout didn't happen, even though everything indicated that there should have been a breakout. I'm pointing out another currency pair, and with this new pair, we'll now look for entry points together. Swiss franc. Here I notice the currency pair Swiss franc, Japanese yen. I'll take the first insurance on the M1 time frame. Currency pair Swiss franc, Japanese yen, Seisha Jeep. Its time frame is M1. Waiting for a response and signal from the bot. As soon as we get a signal from the bot, we'll enter together on Swiss franc, show Japanese yen. We're expecting the chart to move slightly upward and then a pullback, not an option. The main thing is that there should be a strong upward movement right away, an upward move. Also, let's add another currency pair, British pound, Japanese yen. If you have this currency pair, for example, let me know as well. So we look at forecasts and search for them on our Telegram bot. We see what the bot suggests to us, and we also use our own judgment. We think it over and double check. I wanted to ask, is it possible to take 5 to 10 minutes for trades, or is it mandatory to do 3 minutes? Zakar, let's give it a try. Do you want to try taking a 10-minute trade right now? Currency pair, there's a signal to go down here. Look, currency pair, British pound touch Japanese yen, 3 minutes down. British pound, Japanese yen, GBP, JPY, 3 minutes down. British pound, Japanese yen, 3 minutes down. So I opened here, and because of the delay, you opened a bit higher. If it goes down, that's great. You'll have a much bigger advantage. This trade we opened for 3 minutes. We can try opening a trade for 10 minutes. Write if you're interested, or we can continue with 3-minute trades. I opened a $250 trade for a decrease. Let's monitor it together. I'll explain why I went for a decrease here. We opened our bot in Telegram. What do we have? The future movement of the chart is showing a downward trend. There's a signal for a drop. Excellent. Second signal. That's 66% and 100% are also signals for a drop. Red color. 34 for an increase. So the majority is for a decrease. Most are down. We see this. We understand that we can go down here. So we entered. Plus, in addition to this, we have a zone like this. 1 test of the zone, 2 tests of the zone, 3 tests of the zone, pullback. I'm expecting a breakout. So I understand that we did everything right. Everything was done correctly. And according to the bot and our graphical analysis, there should be a decrease. But let's see. When you have a lot of news coming in, even if all the volumes say it should go down, all the indicators say, and you yourself understand, well, of course, it should go down here. Where else could it go? But anything can happen. Sometimes it just doesn't go down. Sometimes it goes up a little first and only then goes down. That happens too. I'm sharing my experience. I'm telling you how it might be for you. Keep in mind that this is normal, and the market won't always be perfect for you. There are difficult days like this. There are tough moments. When I started doing this, I didn't have anyone telling me this. I thought it would always be like that. I never got such advice. I thought the market would always be the very best, perfect, that you could always work and make money. But then reality hit me really hard. That's why I'm giving you this advice. I took a cover trade. Sergey, how did your cover trade go? Did it work out for you? We have 53 seconds left for a strong movement. I don't see it yet, but by all indications, by all metrics, by all signals, there should be a downward movement. So let's keep monitoring it. I try to change the currency pair because even if there is volatility, even if trading gets a bit difficult, then if the news absorbs a lot of other news, then it's better to change the currency, overlap plus Sergey. Excellent. Well, here I covered myself. I'm not taking risks. Using a different currency pair, I try to switch like this. 20 seconds left. Let's keep monitoring. Let's see how the trade closes. And that will be very, very even excellent. 10 seconds. Anything can happen. Maybe, it could go negative in the very last second. I would like it to be a profit. Plus, also, did you see? You most likely got a profit. Did you see how mine closed at a loss? What was that even about? Housing and utilities. What are you doing? I really hope you got a profit because you entered higher. Zakar Plus? I'll take a look now. Alexandra Plus. You took higher and your deal closed later. And everything went downhill. Have you seen it? I was closed down and it sank back down. Pocket, are you looking at me and deliberately slanting me? Even Plus, Nikolai Plus. You have pluses or like plus. I am very glad. Do you see how it went for me? This kind of nonsense happened to me. I didn't get closed out. And what do I do in such cases? The main thing is not to, at least I managed to cover it. That's good. The main thing is not to despair and not to take it personally. Because if negative emotions suddenly take over, then a very strong losing streak will follow. See, you got the plus. Right away, they lowered the percentage, made it 60%. Because if a negative streak, this kind of worry gets stronger, I don't know how it works for you. All these minuses that exist in the world will be attracted to you like a magnet. All such situations are not very accessible. Currency pair Euro Canadian dollar, Euro CAD.